If you want to make your bathroom look beautiful on a budget, there's one way to do this, and it's highly recommended. If you follow the steps shown in this video, you'll be able to achieve this while avoiding paying out lots of your money. In this video, we're going to show you the process you can follow to install decorative wall panels and ceiling panels to make your bathroom look absolutely gorgeous. Step 1. If you have the right tools for the job, then the job will be made easy. Now we're going to break this down into two parts. The first is going to be a budget setup, which will be very affordable for pretty much anyone. The first thing that you will need is a tape measure. You're going to use this to measure your space with, also the panels and the trims. Next is a pencil. This is used to mark your measurements with. You will need a handsaw to cut the panels, but ensure it's a fine tooth saw because this will ensure that you make easy work of cutting your panels. The next tool is a Stanley Blade. Ensure that you install a new blade though before making any cuts, because this is going to guarantee that you make your cuts quickly and easily. You will need a caulking gun and also some silicone. Use your Stanley Blade to cut off the top of the silicone. Place on the nozzle and then fit it into the caulking gun. Ensure this is tight against the tube of silicone though. Now, finally remove the cap and trim off the nozzle at an angle. You can then easily apply this to the back of your panel. When you've added the panel to the wall, you're going to need to fix it. To do this, you will need countersunk screws and a screwdriver. Next is the professional toolkit. Now this has many of the same tools that you used in the budget kit, but a few to just make it just a little bit more easy. Replace the pencil with a fine tip marker. Replace the fine tooth saw with a multi-tool or even a bench saw. This is going to ensure a quicker, more accurate cut. Finally, replace the screwdriver with an electric drill. This will make fixing to the wall significantly easier. Step 2. How many panels are you going to need? The first step in the process is to ensure that you have your browser open. You can use Google, you can use Bing, Internet Explorer, whatever browser you choose. When you've got your browser open, what you need to do is type into the search bar the word Cladding. This is going to bring up some search options. You want to make sure that you click the top one. Now this is going to directly take you through to the home page, and this is exactly where you need to be. Simply go to the right hand side and scroll down to the bottom of the page. When you get there, you will see a banner which says, "How much will I need?" You've got two options below. You've got calculate or installation instructions. If you want to answer how many panels you need to click calculate. When the page opens up, on the right hand side of the page, you will see a box, and the title of this box will be, "How much will I need?" Now below that, you're going to see length of walls and room height. These boxes will calculate how many panels that you will need for the job. You've simply got to measure the length and the room height that you're going to add the bathroom panels to, and then put the numbers in these boxes. We're going to stick 5 in both boxes. And look, you can instantly see that the panel calculator has come up with the amount of panels that you need for your job. Step 3. Installing the ceiling panels. This is the first part of the installing process. Firstly, ensure you have a tape measure. Then measure the ceiling area as accurately as possible. This will give you the measurements you need for your panels. Simply transfer this measurement over to the panel and clearly mark with a pencil. The next step is to cut the panels. You can do this with a bench saw or a fine tooth saw. Place the panel on the bench and cut the board down the line you have measured. Alternatively, mark the line with the straight end of the fine tooth saw and then cut. Now, use a Stanley blade to carefully cut the narrow edge of the board. This will ensure it fits nicely against the edge of your ceiling. Apply apply our multi-purpose silicone diagonally down the back of your panel. If your ceiling is uneven, apply it like this. Next, add the panel to your ceiling and use a drill to add 12mm countersunk screws 300mm apart along the tongue section of your panel. When fitting panels over spotlights, remove the spotlights from the ceiling and measure the centre of the hole. Add your board to the ceiling and secure it into place with screws. Then transfer your measurement onto the panel. Now simply use a Stanley blade to cut out the hole in the panel. Reconnect your lights and secure them back into place. Carry these procedures on for the rest of your ceiling. Step 4. How to install the wall panels. Start by measuring your wall from floor to ceiling. When you've done this, take an internal corner trim and then use a tape measure to mark and transfer over the measurements. Then use a multi-tool to cut down the line that you've measured. Get your electric drill and 12mm countersunk screws and drill these into the edge of your trim. Do it at 300mm intervals. Now measure from floor to ceiling and transfer the measurement onto your panel. Mark this with a pencil. When you've done that, use a fine-tooth saw to mark a straight line. Now carefully cut down the panel. Ensure you use a Stanley blade to trim off the narrow edge of your first panel so that it fits nicely against the wall, and apply silicone to the back of your panel from side to side. But if the walls are uneven, do it like this. Add your first panel to the wall and ensure you push it in to your internal trim. Now use your drill to fix the countersunk screws into the tongue of the panel. Carry out this process for the rest of your panels along the run of your wall. Now when you get to the edge, you want to measure the bottom of the wall, minus 5mm from your trim, and then do the same at the top and the middle. Apply this to the panel and then use a straight edge to cut down the edge of the panel. You want to make sure that your Stanley blade that you've cut down the panel with has gone all the way through. Now apply the silicone to the back of your panel and then add your panel to the corner of the wall. When your panel is in place, measure and cut your internal trim so that it fits onto the wall securely. Fix this in with the screws. And now carry out this procedure for the rest of your wall. We promise that if you follow the steps that we've laid out for you in this video, you'll be able to accomplish creating a beautifully decorated bathroom. And this is going to make you the envy of all your friends and family. We would like to extend a sincere thank you to you for watching this video and encourage you to subscribe and like the video.